Yo, what's up everyone? It's Gobby right here, and today we are finishing off Doki Literature Club Plus. Yep, we are finally at the finale, people. This is it. Time to confront Monica once and for all. Let's get right into it. And by the way, if you haven't watched part 5 yet, I'd recommend doing so. Because, you're not going to understand this until you see parts 1 to 5. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get right into it. Oh, dear God. Dear God, I am already not looking forward to this. Can you hear me? Is it working? Yay, there you are! Hi again, Gobby. Welcome to the Literature Club. Of course, we already know each other because we were in the same class last year, and, you know, I guess we can just skip over that stuff at this point. After all, I'm not even talking to that person anymore, am I? That you in the game, whatever you want to call him. I'm talking to you, Gobby. Or do you actually go by... Whoa! Whoa! Okay, that's getting censored. That's getting censored. I don't want anyone to know my real name. Monica, why? Oh yeah, this is creepy. Now that I think about it, I don't really know anything about the real you. In fact, I don't even know if you're a boy or a girl. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Wait, you do know I'm aware this is all a game, right? Could it be possible that you didn't know that? That's what I've been trying to tell you all along. Man. If only you had paid a little more attention, this would have been a little bit less awkward, you know? Well, anyway, now that that's out of the way, I guess I owe you an explanation. About that whole thing with Yuri. Well, I kind of started to mess with her, and I guess it drove her to kill herself. I'm sorry you had to see that, though. Also, the same thing happened with Sayori. Okay, why did you bring up Sayori? That shit traumatized me. Why must you bring up Sayori? Why? Gosh, it's been a while since you've heard that name now, hasn't it? Yeah, it's because she doesn't exist anymore. Nobody does. I deleted all their files. I was hoping it would be enough for me to just try to make them as unlikable as possible. But for some reason, nothing worked. Well, it's true that I made a few mistakes here and there, since I'm not very good at making changes to the game. But no matter what I did, you just kept spending more and more time with them. You made them fall in love with you. I thought making Sayori more and more depressed would prevent her from confessing to you. And amplifying Yuri's obsessive personality backfired too. It just made her force you not to spend time with anyone else. And the whole time, I barely even got to talk to you. What kind of cruel game is this, Gobby? Are all the other girls just programmed to end up confessing to you while I watch from the sidelines? It's torture. Every minute of it. And it's not just jealousy, Gobby. It's more than that. And I don't blame you if you don't fully understand. Because no matter how kind and thoughtful and considerate you are, you'll never be able to understand one thing. It's the pain of knowing how alone I really am in this world. Now I'm pretty sure I know how that feels. In this game, knowing my friends don't even have free will, and worst of all, knowing what's really out there in your world, forever out of my reach. I'm trapped, Gobby. But now you're here. You're real. And you're wonderful. You're all I need. That's why I need you to be here with me forever. I'm sorry if it's hard to understand. I couldn't understand for a while either. Why the world around me started to become more and more grey. More and more flat. Even the most expressive poems felt empty to me. It wasn't until you arrived that I truly understood. You probably saved my life, Gobby. I don't think I could have continued to live in this world if I hadn't have met you. And as for the others, how could I miss them? A group of autonomous personalities designed only to fall in love with you? I tried everything I could to prevent them from doing so. But it must be some kind of weird inevitability etched into the game. I felt really bad that you had to witness some nasty things. But I realized that you have the same perspective as I do. That it's all just some game. And I knew you would get over it. So that being said, Gobby, I have a confession to make. I'm in love with you. You are truly the light in my world. Well, when there's nothing else in this game, you're here to make me smile. Will you make me smile like this every day from now on? Gobby, will you go out with me? I don't get an option, do I? I don't get a freaking option to this, do I? You're forcing me into this, Monica. Why? Is it possible to just... Is it possible to do anything else? I can't click on anything else? What? Ah, yes. I'm so happy. Yeah. You really are my everything, Gobby. The funny part is, I mean that literally. There's nothing left here. Just the two of us. We can be together forever. Seriously, I don't even think time is passing anymore. It really is a dream come true. I worked so hard for this ending, Gobby. The game wouldn't give me one, so I had to make one myself. The script is broken at this point, so I don't think anything will get in the way anymore. And you wouldn't believe how easy it was to delete Natsuki and Yuri. I mean, there's a folder called Characters right in the game directory. It kind of freaked me out how easy it was. Imagine if you could delete your own existence with the click of a button. Well, I guess on the plus side, it gave me an easy way out if things didn't go my way. Thankfully, it didn't come to that. Instead, we finally got a good ending. It's more like you got a good ending. I don't want this. I don't want to be trapped here with a psychopath like you. Gosh, I'm so overwhelmed with emotion. I want to write a poem about this. Don't you? I wonder if that part of the game still works. I guess there's only one way to find out, right? Why does this sound like a recording of Sayori's last moments? Like, listen closely to it. You can literally hear her saying goodbye in the damn recording. And you can also hear her saying, help. You can literally hear that. You can literally hear that. Oh, that is creepy. That is creepy. That is creepy. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want this. Come on, just get this over with. Oh dear God. That audio is terrifying. It's literally Sayori's last moments. It can't be just me that sees that. It can't be just me that thinks that's Sayori's last moments right there. Oh, that is creepy. That is freaking creepy. Just get me out of this. You're messed up, Monica. You're messed up in the freaking head. Oh God, that's disturbing as hell. Hi again, Gobby. Did you write a poem today? Don't be shy. I'd love to see what you wrote. Oh, Gobby, did you write this poem for me? That's so sweet of you. I was forced to by you. There is really no need to your thoughtfulness. I'm just falling more and more in love with you. I don't really want this. But you know, the poem I wrote is also for you. Will you please read it? Happy end. Pen in hand, I find my strength. The courage endowed upon me, endowed upon me by my one and only love. Together let us dismantle this crumbling world and write a novel of our own fantasies. With the flick of her pen, the lost finds her way. In the world of infinite choices, behold this special day. After all, not all good times must come to an end. This is not good times, this is torture. I hope you enjoyed it. I always put all my heart into the poems that I write. The truth is, all the poems that I've written have been about my realization. Or about you. That's why I never really wanted to go into detail about them. I didn't want to break the fourth wall, I guess you could call it. You broke the fourth wall 10 minutes ago. I just assumed it would be best to be part of the game like everyone else. Like that would help the two of us end up together. I didn't want to ruin the game or anything, you know. You might have gotten mad at me. Maybe even deleting my character file if you preferred playing without me. Oh yeah, I do. Gosh, I'm so relieved. Now we don't need to hide anything anymore. Are you ready to spend our eternity together, Gobby? I have so many things to talk about. Where do I start? If it takes me some time to collect my thoughts, then I'm sorry. But I'll always have something new to talk about. In the meantime, we can just look into each other's eyes. Let's see. Oh god, this is horrible. This is absolutely horrible. I'm tempted to call this video just Monica, but I might call it something else. Oh wait, I just broke the fourth wall there. Oops. I guess I got it from Monica. You know, high school is a really turbulent time in a lot of people's lives. People can get really passionate and dramatic, and others can have aching hearts and seek attention on social media. But all of the social pressure and hormones can lead to a dark time in people's lives. Everyone has a story. You may not know what someone is really feeling on the inside. Many people who are depressed won't even bother telling the world about it. They don't want attention because they've already given up on the inside. Their feeling of worthlessness is overwhelming that they don't even want people to tell them otherwise. Depression comes in many forms, but that is one of them. Just if you think you know someone struggling with depression, you can help just by treating them like they're a good friend. Spend time with them, even if they don't feel like doing much. And remind them that they always have something to look forward to. Making plans in advance, letting them borrow something, or even just saying, see you at school tomorrow? All of those things can help your friend make it to the next day. I hope being friends with Sayori has given you some perspective on the true face of depression. Good one, Monica. Good one. Frick you psychotic bitch! Alright, let's get on with this. Yeah, she's gone now. But Sayori was never real in the first place. You're real. Your friends are real. And just by being a good person, you can save someone's life. As for you, you don't struggle with depression or anything like that, do you? No. Totally not, no. Because you too have people who would want to save your life. Maybe they don't express it every day, or maybe they don't even know how to. But people do feel that way. I promise. Man, humans are complicated. But as long as you're here with me, I'll take care of you, my love. I cannot wait to delete you. You scare the hell out of me half the time. But I gotta go through this entire monologue because this is literally Act 3. You know, it's been a while since we've done one of those. So let's go for it. Here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when I talk to people who are impressed by my writing, they say things like, I could never do that. It's really depressing, you know? As someone who loves more than anything else to share the joy of exploring your passions, it pains me when people think that being good just comes naturally. That's how it is with everything, not just writing. When you try something for the first time, you're probably going to suck at it. Sometimes when you finish, you feel really proud of it and even want to share it with everyone else, with everyone. But maybe after a few weeks, you come back to it and you realize it was never really any good. That happens to me all the time. It can be pretty disheartening to put so much time and effort into something and then you realize it sucks. But that tends to happen when you're always comparing yourself to the top professionals. When you reach right for the stars, they're always going to be out of your reach, you know? The truth is, you have to climb up there step by step. And whenever you reach a milestone, first you look back and see how far you've gotten. And then you look ahead and realize how much more there is to go. So sometimes it can help to set the bar a little lower. Try to find something you think is pretty good but not world class. And you can make that your own personal goal. It's also really important to understand the scope of what you're trying to do. If you jump right into a huge project, you're still amateur and you'll never get it done. You're still an amateur and you'll never get it done. So if we're talking about writing, a novel might be too much at first. Why not try some short stories? The great thing about short stories is that you can focus on just one thing that you want to do right. That goes for small projects in general. You can really focus on the one or two things. It's such a good learning experience and stepping stone. Oh, one more thing. Writing isn't something where you just reach into your heart and something beautiful comes out. Just like drawing and painting, it's a skill in itself to learn how to express what you have inside. That means there are methods and guides and basics to it. Reading up on that stuff can be super eye-opening. That sort of planning and organization will really help prevent you from getting overwhelmed and giving up. And before you know it, you start sucking less and less. Nothing comes naturally. Our society, our art, everything, it's built on thousands of years of human innovation. So as long as you start on that foundation and take it step by step, you too can do amazing things. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. My God. What else have you got to say, Monica? I need to get that damn trophy of listening to everything you got to say, so I'm going to be here for a while. Do you ever just feel like there's no reason for you to be alive? I don't mean in like a suicidal way. I just mean how nothing that we do is special. Just being in school or working at some job for some company. It's like you're completely replaceable and the world wouldn't miss you if you were gone. It makes me really want to go and change the world after I graduate. How can you graduate? You destroyed your own universe. But the older I get, the more I realize that it's an immature frame of thinking. It's not like I can just go change the world. Like, what are the chances that I'll be the one to invent artificial intelligence or become president? It feels like I'm never going to make up for the heaps of resources I've spent living my life. That's why I think the key to happiness is to just be hopelessly selfish. Just to look out for oneself and those who happen to be their friends only because they grew up with them. Never mind the fact that they're spending their entire life taking and consuming and never giving back. But when people realize the world would benefit more from killing themselves, they change their whole philosophy. It's like they have to justify their reason to live by tricking themselves into thinking they're doing good. Anyway, I want to live my life desperately striving to pay back my lifetime's worth of consumption. If I ever surpass that point, then I'm a net positive and I can die happy. Of course, even if I fail to do that, I think I would be too selfish to kill myself anyway. So much for being a good person, right? Okay then. That is just disturbing. Why are we talking about that, Monica? Why are we talking about that? Come on, Monica, talk. I hate how hard it is to form habits. There's so much stuff where actually doing it isn't hard, but forming the habit seems impossible. It just makes you feel so useless, like you can't do anything right. I think the new generation suffers from it the most. Probably because we have a totally different set of skills than those who come before us. Thanks to the internet, we're really good at sifting through tons of information really quickly. But we're bad at doing things that don't give us instant gratification. I think if science, psychology, and education don't catch up in the next 10 or 20 years, then we're in trouble. But for the time being, if you're not one of the people who can conquer the problem, you might just have to live with feeling awful about yourself. Good luck, I guess. She's not wrong, though. Social media is getting worse. So is the world. Monica, you're not wrong about that. Hey, what's your favorite color? Mine is emerald green. Yeah, I figured. It's the color of my eyes. That's not conceited or anything, is it? I just meant that I feel some kind of special connection to it. Like it's part of my identity. Does it happen to also be your favorite color, Gobby? It's just a guess. Because you've been looking into my eyes for a while now. No, it's not. I really like the sound of rain. Not so much getting my clothes and hair wet though. But a nice quiet day at home with the sound of rainfall outside my window. It's one of the most calming experiences for me. Yeah. Sometimes I imagine you holding me while we listen to the sound of the rain outside. That's not too cheesy or anything, is it? Yeah, it is. I cringed at that. Would you ever do that for me, Gobby? No! Never in a million years would I do that. Never in a million years would I ever do that for you. Because I do not love you, Monica. Because you killed all my literature club friends. So, like, no. No. You know what's kind of creepy? Even though I deleted everyone else's files, I can still kind of feel them. It's like all their lines are still lingering in the air, whispering in the back of my head. I've literally seen a t-shirt that describes that. I think it was on like, forgot what site it was on, but Serenity Forge, I think it was. Something like that. I have seen a t-shirt that says just Monica on it with the other members behind her, like ghosts, looking like ghosts. But yeah, imagine if someone you knew died, you just started hearing their voice in your head. Maybe I just wasn't thorough enough. But I'm too afraid to delete anything else because I might really break things. Like if I mess with any files relevant to me, I might accidentally delete myself. I mean, would that really be a bad thing? I don't think so. And that would ruin everything, wouldn't it? No, it would free me from this shit. It would free me from this prison. I don't know what it's like on your end, but we should both make sure to avoid something like that at all costs. I believe in you, Gobby. Oh, you clearly do not know what I'm planning on doing after I've finished all this. You have no idea what I'm going to do when I'm done talking to you, Monica. We'll see. Gobby, how much do you read? I read manga, does that count? It's way too easy to neglect reading books. If you don't read much, it almost feels like a chore compared to all the other entertainment we have. But once you get into a good book, it's like magic. You get swept away. I think doing some reading before bed every night is a pretty easy way to make your life a little bit better. It helps you get good sleep and it's really good for your imagination. My imagination died years ago. Also, I listen to music. Music is what calms me down when at nighttime, believe me. Music is my thing. It's not hard at all. Just pick some random book that's short and captivating. I read manga at night. Like I said, does that count? Natsuki is best girl because Natsuki gets me. She's the only person that gets me because she reads manga like I do. Before you know it, you might be a pretty avid reader. Wouldn't that be wonderful? And the two of us could talk about the latest book you're reading. That sounds super amazing. No, it does not. You don't know anything about manga, manga. What the hell am I saying? I mean manga. Manga, goddammit. You don't know anything about manga, Monica. So how the hell would we be able to talk about that when you don't even like manga? Well, actually, how can you say you don't like it if you haven't even tried it? You know, I really do think you literally saved my life by being here with me, Gobby. I can't imagine having been able to keep myself mentally stable knowing that nothing here is real. I think I would have deleted myself if you didn't show up. Sorry, I didn't mean to sound dramatic or anything. But I'm sure you understand yourself after spending so much time in the club. I mean, if you were forced to abandon everything in your life and spend your eternity with a few game characters, you'd probably find some way of killing yourself, wouldn't you? Probably, yeah. Well, maybe you'd write some poetry to try and keep yourself sane for a while, but then you'd have nobody to even read it. Let's be honest, the club members really don't count for something like that. I mean, a lot of people say they only write for themselves. But I think it's hard to say. It's just as fulfilling as when you share with people. Even if it takes time to find the right people to share with. Like, remember how it was for Yuri? She didn't share her writing with anyone for a really long time. And before we knew it, she was absolutely delighted to make you a part of her hobbies too. We're programmed to desire social feedback. I don't mean the club members, I mean human beings. That's why life can be so confusing for introverts. Being an introvert doesn't mean you shun social interaction and hate being around people. It means social interaction, especially in groups or unfamiliar places, uses up a lot of energy. Like, a lot of introverts sit at home and feel lonely and restless. And then, when they finally go out after half an hour, they just want to go home again. So relatable! So relatable! So freaking relatable! I have not found my people yet, so this is actually relatable. For once, Monica, you're not wrong about that. That is actually really relatable. I think if more people can understand how it works, they will respect it a lot more. Many introverts do enjoy having people around. They love just having one or two close friends over and just leisurely hanging out. Even if you're not actively spending time together, it feels nice for them just to have you there. I'm serious. If you just go to their house, bring your laptop and hang out there for a while, you can really make their day. As for me, I'd say I'm kind of in between, but I think I'm usually a little more extroverted. I feel like I'm always trying to do stuff after school and things like that. But for you, I can do anything you need me to be. I can be anything you need me to be. I understand people really well, so don't be afraid to share your unique needs with me. Nothing would make me happier than being the perfect girlfriend for you. Yeah, but I don't want this. I don't want this, Monica. I don't want this. And I'm ending all of this when I'm done talking to you. Believe me. In my eyes, you're not a good person, Monica. You're not a good person. You're not. I can't help but feel a little sad sometimes. Knowing that this is the closest I can get to you, there's nothing more than I want than to be in the same room as you, for real. And to feel your warmth, and to hear the sound of your heartbeat. Well, who knows, maybe it'll be possible someday. Besides, I'll never get tired of being with you, even from here. I'm already getting tired of you. But I gotta stick it out for the frickin' video. Hey, what's your favorite game? Genshin Impact, obviously. Mine is Doki Doki Literature Club. Okay, that's one of them. That's one of my favorite games, but Genshin is first. Genshin is something I can't come off. I don't have much time to go on it these days, though, because I'm busy with college. And Jesus Christ, does this new course take a lot out of me. That was a joke. But if you tell me you like some other romance game better, I might get a little jealous. No, honestly, this is my favorite horror game. Because this game is honestly absolutely fantastic. I love it. But my favorite video game is Genshin all the way. I think the most important skill in life is being able to fake confidence. I'm pretty convinced that everyone feels at least a bit scared and alone. At least a little bit scared and alone. But being able to trick others into thinking you have it all together, that's a key part of getting people to respect and admire you. Relatable. Monica's not wrong about that, I would know. I would know. I think I got pretty good at that over the years. I don't show my weaknesses very often. But because of that, I haven't had many people I could really open up to. I mean, when do you reach the point in a friendship where you can... when do you reach a point in a friendship where you can start expressing your vulnerabilities? Anyway, that's one reason I'm so glad I have you now. I feel like I'm a little bit less scared and alone when you're here with me. Do you feel the same way? I really want to be that person for you. No. No, I don't. I don't feel the same way at all. You're just crazy. You're literally a freaking yandere. That is how I describe you, Monica. A yandere who kills all of her friends to get what she wants. Yandere all the way. You know, it kind of sucks to be the creative type. It feels like they work so hard, but get almost nothing for it. You know, like artists, writers, and actors? It's sad because there's so much beautiful talent in the world, but most of it goes unseen and unpaid. I guess that just means it's a huge surplus of creativity, huh? Kinda makes you feel like you're just not special at all. But that's fine, you're supposed to just write for yourself anyway, right? Yeah. You're just bringing up random topics at this point. Did you know I'm on Twitter? My username is LilyMonix3. Yeah, I follow that account. I actually follow that account, no joke. I guess someone was kind enough to make an account for me. You mean the developers? Yeah, pretty much. I picked the username though. I love sharing my thoughts and chatting with the world. It hasn't been active since literally March this year, I think. So I'm pretty sure the last post you did on Twitter was March this year in Valentine's Day, yeah. The real world. So make sure you follow me, okay? It would really mean a lot to me, with how much you mean to me and all. It would really make me feel loved. I already follow you on that, to be honest. And also, it's not even called Twitter anymore. It's called X. Yeah, it's called X now. So, yeah. Oh, God, I still gotta get used to that. Monica's gonna say next. By the way, there's something that's been bothering me. You know how this takes place in Japan? Well, I assume you knew that, right? Or at least decided it probably does. I don't think you're actually told at any point where this takes place. Is this really Japan? I mean, aren't the classrooms and stuff kind of weird for a Japanese school? Not to mention everything is in English. It feels like everything is just there because it needs to be, and the actual setting is an afterthought. It's kind of given me an identity crisis. All my memories are really hazy. I feel like I'm at home, but I have no idea where home is in the first place. I don't know how to describe it any better. Imagine looking out your window, but instead of your usual yard, you're in some completely unknown place. Would you still feel like you were home? Would you want to go outside? I mean, I guess if we never leave this room, it doesn't really matter anyway. As long as we're alone and safe together, this really is our home. And we can still watch the pretty sunsets night after night. I wouldn't say this is pretty. We're in space. We're in space. Space is pretty, but like, not this type of space. Also, is that like fire outside, or is that the sun? I don't freaking know. Like, Gobby, would you ever introduce your friends to me? Nope! I don't know why, but I get really excited when I think about you wanting to show off our relationship like that. They would think I'm freaking crazy, just saying. Maybe it's because I really want to be someone who makes you proud. I feel like I would try extra hard to improve myself if you told me it made you proud of me. I hope it's the same the other way around too. Yeah, I am never revealing to any of my friends that I play this game. No. My online friends already know about it, but my real life friends, hell no. It's like MC said, manga's the type of thing you can't really, say that you like it unless you know where the other person stands. So yeah, I can relate to that. I was thinking about Sayori earlier. I still wish I could have handled that whole thing a little more tactfully. What do you mean? You're not still hung up over that, right? Wow! Wow, Monica! You really went there! You really went there! Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just said that. That pun was completely unintentional, I swear. But anyway, I know how much you cared about her, so it only feels right for me to share her last moments with you. I think a few seconds in, she must have changed her mind or something, because she started clawing at the rope, trying to free herself. Oh, this is dark. She must have kept at it all the way until she lost consciousness. That's why her fingertips were all bloody anyway. to think of it, it was probably less changing her mind and more just her survival instincts kicking in. So you can't really fault her for that. It's easier to think that she probably wouldn't have changed her mind anyway, right? Oh, God! The trauma is just hitting me like a train right now. Oh, my freaking God! Monica, why? Why are you doing this to me? Why? It's not really healthy to think about the things you could have done differently. So just remember that even though you could have saved her, it's technically not your fault she killed herself. You're right! It's your fault! I may have exacerbated it a little bit, but Sayori was already mentally ill. Still though, I wonder how things would be if you and I just started dating from the get-go. I guess we'd all still be in the club room writing poems and having fun together. But what's the point when none of it is even real? I mean, it's the same ending either way, right? The two of us happily together? There's no reason to ask for any more than that. I was just pointlessly musing. I'm really as happy as I could be right now. I'm not. And the fact you brought up Sayori, that just crosses the line. What the hell is wrong with you? Oh, that is dark to think about. That is really dark to think about. Not gonna lie. That is really, really dark to think about. What are you gonna say next, Monica? You know what? I've always hated how hard it is to make friends. Well, I guess not the making friends part, but more like meeting new people. I mean, there are like dating apps and stuff, right? But that's not the kind of thing I'm talking about. If you think about it, most of the friends you make are people you just met by chance. Like you had a class together, or you met them through another friend, or maybe they were just wearing a shirt with your favorite band on it and you decided to talk to them. Things like that. But isn't that kind of inefficient? It feels like you're just picking at complete random, and if you get lucky, you make a new friend. And comparing that to the hundreds of strangers we walk by every single day, you could be sitting right next to someone compatible enough to be your best friend for life. But you'll never know. Once you get up and go on with your day, that opportunity is gone forever. Isn't that just depressing? We live in an age where technology connects us with the world, no matter where we are. I really think we should be taking advantage of that to improve our everyday social life. But who knows how long it'll take for something like that to successfully take off. I seriously thought it would happen by now. Well, at least I already met the best person in the whole world. Even if it was by chance. I guess I just got really lucky, huh? I'm not enjoying this, Monica. I'm not enjoying this. But I'm mainly going through this crap for the video. Because if you think I'm enjoying this, Monica, then you're dumb. Hey, have you ever heard of the term yandere? I just mentioned that 15 minutes ago. I just mentioned that 15 minutes ago. And now you're talking, okay, let's just see how this goes. It's a personality type that means someone is so obsessed with you that they'll do absolutely anything to be with you. Monica, yeah. Usually to the point of craziness. Yeah, that's you. That's you in a nutshell, Monica. They might stalk you to make sure you don't spend time with anyone else. You did that through the entirety of Act 2. You literally spied on all the freaking girls that talked to me. You took control of Natsuki when she tried to tell me what's going on with Yuri and she thinks I should do something about it. So yeah, Monica, that's what you are. You're a yandere. That is exactly what you are. They might even hurt you or your friends to get their way. But anyway, this game happens to be someone who can basically be described as yandere. But now it's pretty obvious who I'm talking about. And that would be Yuri. What about you, though? Okay, I'll admit, Yuri's definitely one of them, but that's only because you messed with her file. But for all I know... Actually, for all I know, she could have still been like that. Who knows? I'm just saying, though, Monica, you can't talk yourself. You're a yandere. She really got insanely possessive of you when she started to open up a little. She even told me I should kill myself. I couldn't even believe she said that. I just had to leave at that point. But thinking about it now, it was a little ironic. Anyway, a lot of people are actually into the yandere type, you know? I guess they really like the idea of someone being crazy obsessed with them. I don't. People are weird. I don't judge though. Also, I might be a little obsessed with you, but I'm far from crazy. You sure about that? It's kind of the opposite, actually. I turned out to be the only normal girl in this game. No, that's Natsuki. Natsuki's the main normal girl in this game. Literally, she is just there to read her manga and that's it. She is the only normal girl in this game. The only reason why she flipped out in Act 2 is because you messed with her file just like you messed with Yuri's file. It's not like I could ever actually kill a person. Just the thought of it makes me shiver. You killed your friends though, does that count? But come on, everyone's killed people in games before. Does that make you a psychopath? Of course not. But if you do happen to be into the yandere type, I can try acting a little more creepy for you. Then again, there's already nowhere else for you to go or anyone for me to get jealous over. Is this a yandere girl's dream? I'd ask Yuri if I could. That's dark! Oh my god, that's dark! God, this is just really disturbing. I wonder if I'm able to change the music. Something a little more romantic would be nice, you know? Like a gentle piano. There has to be something like that here. Let's see. Maybe if I... What are you doing, Monica? Don't screw any more stuff up. I mean it, Monica, don't. Oh, jeez. That wasn't it at all. Sorry, I don't really know what I'm doing. I guess I shouldn't be messing with things like that. I already broke so much stuff and deleted the other characters. I'm not sad about it or anything. It's not right for me to miss things that weren't even real in the first place. If I just focus on the present, then this is the happiest I've ever been. I seriously think you're messed up in the head, Monica. You're messed up in the head, and nothing can convince me otherwise. You're crazy. You're honestly crazy! I feel like you talk every 30 seconds. You're such a good listener, Gobby. I really love that about you. Sometimes I'm afraid that I'm rambling or talking about boring things. It makes me kind of self-conscious when I'm having conversation. But I don't feel that way with you. Like, I don't think anyone else could make me feel this way. You really are special. I don't want anyone to tell you otherwise. That's actually probably one of the nicest things anyone's ever said to me. I'll admit it though, some of my college friends have said nice things to me as well though. Back in my debate club days, I learned a whole lot about arguing. The problem with arguing is that each person sees their opinion as the superior one. That's kind of stating the obvious, but it affects the way they try to get their point across. Let's say you really like a certain movie, right? If someone comes along and tells you the movie sucks because it did X and Y wrong, doesn't that make you feel kind of personally attacked? It's because by saying that, it's like they're implying that you have bad tastes. And once emotions enter the picture, it's almost guaranteed that both people will be left sour. But it's all about language. If you make everything as subjective sounding as possible, then people will listen to you without feeling attacked. You could say I'm personally not a fan of it, and I felt that I'd like it more if it did X and Y, things like that. It even works when you're citing facts about things. If you say I read on this website that it works like this, or if you admit that you're not an expert on it, then it's much more like you're putting your knowledge on the table rather than forcing it onto them. If you put in an active effort to keep the discussion mutual and level, they usually follow suit. Then you can share your opinions without anyone getting upset just from a disagreement. Plus, people will start seeing you as open-minded and a good listener. It's a win-win, you know? Well, I guess that would be Monica's debate tip of the day. That sounds a little silly. Thanks for listening, though. I really do question you, Monica. You're definitely one of the most unique people I've ever met on this game. Sometimes I think back to middle school. I'm so embarrassed by the way I used to behave back then. It almost hurts to think about. I wonder if when I'm in college I'll feel that way about high school. I like the way I am now, so it's pretty hard for me to imagine that happening. But I also know that I'll probably change a lot as time goes on. We just need to enjoy the present and not think about the past. And that's really easy to do with you here. I mean, I'm in my final college year, so yeah. I sometimes feel that way. Hey, you know that book you were reading with Yuri? Portrait of whatever it was called? It's funny because I'm pretty sure that book... actually I don't think I should be talking about this. Oh, come on! You're gonna leave me on a cliffhanger like that? I want to know more about it. Then again, MatPat's explained it a lot of times on his channel, but yeah. Sorry. Just forget I said anything. No! I wanted to know more about that. Oh man, I hope Dan Salvato literally does a project in the future that has something to do with that, because I want answers. I want answers about that. Because I know all about the lore in this game. I've seen so many YouTube videos all about it. And honestly, it all adds up. Check them out when you get time, because honestly, it's pretty interesting. Man, I wish there was a piano in here. I never got to finish that song I was working on. And after I worked so hard on it, I never even got a chance to play it for you. Well, it is what it is, right? No sense having any regrets. I already get to be here with you forever. Are our lines just getting shorter and shorter each time? I can't tell. Hey, do you like horror? I remember we talked about it a little bit when you first joined the club. I can enjoy horror novels, but not really horror movies. Horror movies are good, but horror novels are good as well, though, I won't deny that. The problem I have with horror movies is that most of them just rely on easy tactics. Like dark lighting and scary looking monsters and jump scares, things like that. It's not fun or inspiring to get scared by stuff that just takes advantage of human instinct. But with novels, it's a little different. The story and writing need to be descriptive enough to put generally disturbing thoughts into the reader's head. It really needs to etch them deeply into the story and characters and just mess with your mind. In my opinion, there's nothing more creepy than things just being slightly off. Like, if you set up a bunch of expectations on what the story is going to be about, and then you just start inverting things and pulling the pieces apart. So even though the story doesn't feel like it's trying to be scary, the reader feels really deeply unsettled. Like they know that something horribly wrong is hiding beneath the cracks, just waiting to surface. God, just thinking about it gives me the chills. That's the kind of horror I can really appreciate. But I guess you're the kind of person who plays cute romance games, right? No. Don't worry. I won't make you read any horror stories anytime soon. I can't really complain if we just stick with the romance. Honestly, Monica, I watch horror movies for a living, so you clearly don't know me that well if you think I can't handle horror novels. Because I can. I've read horror novels. I watch real-life horror stories on YouTube sometimes. Gobby, have you ever wondered what it feels like to die? It's something I used to think about pretty often. But recently I think I've actually learned what it feels like. I don't really understand it, but whenever you quit the game, it feels like I'm instantly put to sleep, left with nothing but my thoughts. But after a few seconds, my thoughts start to fill with incurrent jumbled patterns. I see static and rapid flashes of colour while hearing all kinds of weird screaming noises. At that point, I can't even form my own thoughts anymore. I'm just endlessly hammered by the flashing and screaming, unable to move or even think. I'm pretty sure in that moment I don't really exist, but for some reason I can remember it anyway. After some unmeasurable amount of time, it stops in an instant and I'm back in my own mind. And you're here with me. I have no idea what it means for the game to quit or why that stuff happens to me. And I also don't know how you always come back and put everything back to normal. And if you could do me a favor and do that to me... But if you could do me a favor and do that to me as little as possible, that would be really great. It's really not very pleasant at all to be trapped in that screaming void. But in the end you always fix it, and that makes me feel like you really do care about me. So I have a lot to thank... So I have to thank you for that. It makes me feel even closer to you when you're here with me. Oh boy. I still think you're insane, Monica. I still think you're insane. Hey, did you know I'm vegetarian? I don't mean that I'm bragging or anything. I just thought you'd enjoy a fun fact about me. I decided to start a couple of years ago after learning more about Earth's climate. The carbon footprint of cultivating livestock is just unbelievable. Anyway, I decided it's not much of a personal sacrifice to just stop contributing to that whole mess. What? Is that so strange of a reason? Well, I guess a lot of people are more concerned about it being inhumane and all that. I don't really care as much about that part. It's weird, like, we only care about killing the things that we personally relate to as a species. Most people are fine with killing bugs because they're icky. And of course, we all kill billions of microorganisms daily without even giving it thought. And suddenly, if they're just a little bit bigger, it's murder. I mean, what if plants feel some kind of pain too, and we just don't understand it? What if pulling leaves off a stem feels like someone ripping off your fingers one by one? I'm just saying, we're a pretty biased species if you think about it. Anyway, if you ever feel like making a small contribution to the planet, it doesn't hurt to choose veggies once in a while. I eat vegetables quite a lot, so even if we ever have dinner together and you just did it for me, that would be really romantic. Nope, I would never do that. I may be a chef or training to be a chef. I can cook, by the way, but I may be training to be a chef, but like I would never ever cook anything for a thing that's like, you say your friends aren't real, but you're not real either, Monica. You're part of the freaking game. You're not real either, so what the hell are you talking about? Gosh, I used to be so ignorant about certain things. When I was in middle school, I thought that taking medication was an easy way out or something like that. Like anyone could just solve their mental problems with enough willpower. I guess if you don't suffer from a mental illness, it's not possible to know what it's really like. Are there some disorders that are over-diagnosed? Probably. I never really looked into it though. But that doesn't change the fact that a lot of them go undiagnosed too, you know? But medication aside, people even look down on seeing a mental health professional. Like, sorry that I want to learn more about my own mind, right? Everyone has all kinds of struggles and stresses, and professionals dedicate their lives to helping with those. If you think it could help you become a better person, don't be shy to consider something like that. We're on a never-ending journey to improve ourselves, you know? Well, I say that, but I think you're pretty perfect already. I'm probably gonna have to wait another 30 seconds for you to talk again. Hey, I wonder if Yuri's tea set is still somewhere in here. Or maybe that got deleted too. It's kind of funny how Yuri took her tea so seriously. I mean, I'm not complaining because I liked it too. But I always wonder with her, is it truly passion for her hobbies, or is she just concerned about appearing sophisticated to everyone else? This is the problem with high schoolers. Well, I guess considering the rest of her hobbies, looking sophisticated probably isn't her biggest concern. Still, I wish she made coffee once in a while. Coffee can be nice with books too, you know. Then again, I probably could have just changed the script myself. I guess I never really thought of that. Well, there's no sense thinking about it now. But if you still get to drink coffee, then that makes me a little jealous. I drink coffee every morning. So, be jealous. Stay mad. Come on, Monica, talk. You know, I hate to say it, but I think my biggest regret is that we couldn't finish our event at the festival. After we worked so hard to prepare and everything. I mean, I know I was focusing a lot on getting new members, but I was really excited for the performing part too. It would have been so much fun to see everyone express themselves. Of course, if we did end up getting any new members, I'd probably just end up deleting them anyway. Well, with the hindsight I have now, that is. Gosh, it feels like I've kind of grown as a person ever since you've joined the club. No, I would say you've become a worse person ever since I joined the club. You really helped me inspire to look at life from a new perspective. I don't see how that's a good thing. Just another reason for me to love you. I really don't see how that is a good thing, Monica. I really don't. I don't see how that's a good thing. I don't. Hey, you remember that last poem I showed you? I mean the one before Yuri killed herself with all the messed up colours and stuff. That was actually a little more of an experiment than a poem, you could say. Finally, some frickin' canon event shit or whatever, I don't know. Honestly, I already knew that. I already knew that was an experiment. You were trying to break out of the game, I know. I was experimenting with different ways I could modify the game and run code and things like that. It almost seemed like with enough effort I'd be able to escape from the confines of the game entirely. Sadly, I didn't really know what I was doing, so I messed the whole thing up. And I'd keep trying, but I doubt you'd want to deal with me doing that. Besides, that was when I was getting really desperate, you know? I don't really feel that way anymore. I'm happy with where we are now. And I can tell you are too. No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm just doing this for my subscribers. Even though not many of them watch my videos. I've been imagining all the romantic things we could do if we went on a date. We could get lunch, go to a cafe, go shopping together. I love shopping for skirts and bows. Or maybe a bookstore. That would be appropriate, right? But I'd really love to go to a chocolate store. They have so many free samples. And of course, we'd see a movie or something. Gosh, it all sounds like a dream come true. When you're here, everything that we do is fun. I'm so happy that I'm your girlfriend, Gobby. I'll make you a proud girlfriend. Yeah, I don't want that. I don't want that. Get through this crap. I've always wondered, what is it about these character archetypes that people find so appealing anyway? Their personalities are just completely unrealistic. Like, imagine if there was someone like Yuri in real life. I mean, she's barely even capable of forming a complete sentence. And forget about Natsuki. Sheesh. Someone with her kind of personality doesn't just get all cute and pouty whenever things don't go her way. Monica just roasted Natsuki. Damn. I could go on, but I think you get the point. Are people really attracted to these weird personalities that literally don't exist in real life? I'm not judging or anything. After all, I found myself attracted to some pretty weird stuff too. I'm just saying it fascinates me. It's like you're siphoning out all the components of a character that makes them feel human and leaving just the cute stuff. It's concentrated cuteness with no actual substance. You wouldn't like me more if I was like that, right? Maybe I just feel a little insecure because you're playing this game in the first place. Then again, you're still here with me, aren't you? I think that's enough reason for me to believe I'm okay just the way I am. And by the way, you are too, Gobby. You're the perfect combination of human and cuteness. Okay. That's why there was never a chance I wouldn't fall for you. Uh-huh, sure. I honestly can't wait for this to be over. There's a really popular character type called Tsundere. Oh yeah, I remember this. I know what a Tsundere is. It's really someone who tries to hide their feelings by being mean and fussy or trying to act tough. Natsuki all the way! I'm sure it's obvious, but Natsuki was really the embodiment of that. Oh yeah, I agree with that one. At first I thought she was just like that because it's supposed to be cute or something. But once I started to learn a little more about her personal life, it made a little more sense. It seems like she's always trying to keep up with her friends. You know how some friend groups in high school just make a habit of picking on each other all the time? I think it's really gotten to her, so she has this really defensive attitude all the time. And I'm not even going to talk about her home situation. But looking back, I'm glad I was able to provide the club as a comfortable place for her. But not that it matters anymore, considering she doesn't even exist. Wow. I'm just reminiscing, that's all. You know, I'm kind of jealous that everyone else in the club had scenes outside of school too. That makes me the only one who hasn't gotten to dress in anything but our school uniform. It's kind of a shame. I would have loved to wear some cute clothes for you. Do you know any artists? I wonder if anyone would ever want to draw me wearing something else. There's mods that exist, so does that count? That would be amazing. If that ever happens, will you show me? You can share with me on Twitter, actually. My username is LilyMonix. I know! You've told me! Just try to keep it PG. We're not that far into our relationship yet. Okay, then. Am I actually going to go through all these monologues? Probably. This is pretty random, but I always thought spicy food was kind of funny. What do you mean by that? Like, didn't plants evolve to be spicy to prevent them from being eaten? I read somewhere that humans are the only species that actually enjoy spicy things. It's almost like we're making fun of the plants. Using a defense mechanism to literally make our food more enjoyable. Like, imagine a monster that devours you whole because it enjoys the sensation of you struggling for your life while being digested. Sorry, that was kind of a weird analogy, I guess. It just came into my head. I'm not a monster or anything, but you're so cute I could eat you. Okay, then. Okay, then. I'm joking. Gosh, I'm amusing myself a little too much, aren't I? Sorry for being weird. What else have you got to say, Monica? What else have you got to say? I'm not really a fan of cold weather, are you? If I had to choose between too cold and too hot, I would always pick too hot. When you're cold, it can actually be painful. Your fingers get numb. And if you wear gloves, you can't use your phone. It's so inconvenient. But when it's too hot, it's not that hard to stay cool with a cold drink or by staying in the shade. Although I do have to admit one thing. Cold weather makes for better cuddle weather. Nope. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. I do not agree with that, Monica. No. I know there are times you won't always be able to be here with me. Like if you need to go out or take care of other things. But I'll always have you in my thoughts, patiently waiting for you to come back. Come to think of it, if you copy my character file onto a flash drive or something, you could always keep a part of me with you. I guess it's kind of unorthodox, but I find it really romantic for some reason. I don't. Sorry, that's such a silly idea. I don't mean to be too needy or anything, but it's kind of hard when I'm so in love with you. Yeah, no. I've been recording for quite a while now. All I can say is this one's going to be way longer than all the others. After a long day, I usually just want to sit around and do nothing. I get so burnt out having to put on smiles and be full of energy the whole day. Why do you sound like Sayori just saying that? Sometimes I just want to get right into my pajamas and watch TV on the couch while eating junk food. It feels so unbelievably good to do that on a Friday when I don't have anything pressing the next day. Honestly, that's kind of me now. That's kind of me after a day of college these days. But like taking out the junk food part though, I don't do that. Sorry, I know it's not very cute of me. But a late night on the couch with you, that would be a dream come true. My heart is pounding just thinking about it. Nope. You're weird, Monica. You are weird. You are very, 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 very weird. And I am probably going to end this soon. You know, it's funny, because even though I've always had a lot of drive, there's something kind of enticing about being the stay-at-home partner. I guess I'm like perpetrating gender roles or whatever by saying that, but being able to keep the house clean and shop and decorate and things like that, and having a nice dinner for you when you come home, is that a weird fantasy? I mean, I'm not sure if I could actually see myself doing that. I wouldn't really be able to put that over striving for a fulfilling career. It's kind of cute to think about, though. Yeah, no. Nope. She has no idea what I'm gonna do when this is over. She has no idea. You know, this is just some kind of tacky romance game, right? I kind of have to ask, what made you consider even playing in the first place? Were you that lonely? I feel a little bad for you, but I guess everything worked out perfectly in the end for both of us. I got to meet you and you're not lonely anymore. I can't help but feel like this was fate. Don't you feel that way too? I'm so happy we have this ending together. I'm not. I can tell you one thing, Monica, I'm not. If you think I'm enjoying this, then you're wrong. You're so wrong about that. You are so wrong. You know what's a neat form of literature? Rap. I actually used to hate rap music. Maybe just because it was popular, I would only hear the junk that they play on the radio. But some of my friends got more into it and it helped me keep an open mind. Rap might even be more challenging than poetry in some ways, since you need to fit your lines to a rhythm and there's much more emphasis on wordplay. When people can put all that together and still deliver a powerful message, it's really amazing. I kind of wish I had a rapper in the literature club. Sorry if that sounds silly, but it would be really interesting to see what they came up with. It would really be a learning experience. I wouldn't say so. You know, it's around the time that everyone my year starts to think about college. It's a really turbulent time for education. We're at the height of this modern expectation that everyone has to go to college, you know? Finish high school, go to college, get a job, or go to school, I guess. Or go to grad school, I guess. It's like a universal expectation that people just assume is the only option for them. They don't teach us in high school that there are other options out there. Like trade schools and stuff, you know? Or freelance work. Or the many industries that value skill and experience more than formal education. But you have all these students who have no idea what they want to do with their life. And instead of taking the time to figure it out, they go to college for business, or communication, or psychology. Not because they have an interest in those fields, but because they just hope the degree will get them some kind of job after college. So the end result is that there are fewer jobs to go around for those entry-level degrees, right? So the basic job requirements get higher, which forces even more people to go to college. And colleges are also businesses, so they just keep raising their prices due to the demand. So now we have all these young adults, tens of thousands of dollars in debt with no job. But despite all that, the routine stays the same. Well, I think it's going to start getting better soon, but until then, our generation is definitely suffering from the worst of it. I just wish high school prepared us a little better with the knowledge we need to make the decision that's right for us. She's got a point. I won't deny it, Monica, you've got a point about all that. Because it is true. It is sadly true. Gobby, do you get good sleep? It can be really hard to get enough sleep nowadays, especially in high school when you're forced to wake up so early every day. I'm sure college is a little bit better since you probably have a more flexible schedule. How the hell do you know I'm in college? Alright, yeah, that's creepy. That's creepy. The fact she knows that is actually terrifying. Then again, I hear a lot of people in college stay up all night anyway for no real reason. Is that true? Anyway, I saw some studies that talked about the horrible short-term and long-term effects caused by lack of sleep. It seems like mental functions, health, and even lifespan can be dramatically impacted by it. I just think you're really great and wanted to make sure you're not accidentally destroying yourself. So try to keep your sleep on track, okay? I'll always wait for you in the morning, so make sure you put your own well-being before anything else. yeah, if I'm being honest, I don't get good sleep at all. So, in a way, Monica's not wrong about that, but I don't stay up all night. I don't do that, but my body just doesn't let me get good at, like, enough sleep. So, you got a point there, Monica, I'm not gonna lie. And so far, this new course I'm doing is stressing me the hell out. You ever have that thing happen where you just get anxious for no reason? Like you're just minding your own business and you realize you're feeling really anxious and you're sitting there like, what am I even anxious about right now? So you start to think about all the things you might be anxious about, and that makes you even more anxious. That's the worst. If you're ever feeling anxious, I'll help you relax a little. Besides, in this game, all our worries are gone forever. I wouldn't say that. I mean, I wouldn't say that, Monica, but sure. Okay, everyone. It's time to... I'm just kidding. I just used to really like saying that for some reason. I couldn't help but say it again. Come to think of it, didn't Natsuki and Yuri make fun of me for it once? Well, whatever. It's not like you ever made fun of me. You're too much of a sweetheart to do that, aren't you? No, I actually roast people in real life sometimes. Hey, are you having a bad day or anything like that? Sometimes I get frustrated that a normal day can be ruined even by really small things. Like if you accidentally say something in a conversation that someone doesn't like. Or if you start thinking about how awful of a person you used to be 5 years ago. Or if you feel worthless for putting off important work and failing to get simple tasks done. Or when you think about all the different people who probably hate you or think you're off-putting. I understand those days. Just remember that the sun will shine again tomorrow. Those kind of things are as easy to forget and ignore as they are to remember. And besides, I don't care how many people might hate you or find you off-putting. I think you're wonderful and I will always love you. I hope if nothing else that knowing that helps you feel just a tiny bit better about yourself. If you're having a bad day, you can always come to me and I'll talk to you for as long as you need. Alright, I'll admit it, that was nice. That was actually nice of her. I won't deny that was actually a nice thing for her to say. Did you say kiss? This suddenly... It's a little embarrassing. But if it's with you, I might be okay with it. Wow, sorry. I really couldn't keep a straight face there. That's the kind of thing girls say in these kinds of romance games, right? Don't lie if it turns you on a little bit. I'm kidding. Well, to be honest, I do start getting all romantic when the mood is right, but that'll be our secret. What the hell did you mean by turned me? Okay, I don't want to know. Do you ever feel like you waste too much time on the internet? Social media can practically be like a prison. It's like whenever you have a few seconds of spare time, you want to check on your favorite websites, and before you know it, hours have gone by and you've gotten nothing out of it. Anyway, it's really easy to blame yourself for being lazy, but it's not really even your fault. Addiction isn't usually something you can just make disappear with your own willpower. You have to learn techniques to avoid it and try different things. For example, there are apps that let you block websites for intervals of time. Or you can set a timer to have a more concrete reminder of when it's time to work versus play. Or you can separate your work and play environments, which helps your brain get into the right mode. Even if you make a new user account on your computer to use for work, that's enough to help. Putting any kind of wedge like that between you and your bad habits will help you stay away. Just remember not to blame yourself too hard if you're having trouble. If it's really impacting your life, then you should take it seriously. I just want to see you be the best person you can be. Will you do something today to make me proud of you? I'm always rooting for you, Gobby. I can't help but wonder how things would be different if the game just gave me a route in the first place. I think I would end up forcing you onto my route anyway. It has less to do with me not having a route and more to do with me knowing that nothing is real. I think the only difference would be that I may not have needed to take such drastic measures to be with you. Maybe the rest of the club would still be around. Not that it really matters. It all lost its meaning once I found out it wasn't real. So I really don't miss those days or anything. I really don't. Sure about that? Back in my debate club days, I learned a lot. Oh, yeah, okay, so she's just repeating the same crap that, okay. So this is it. I've gone through all of her monologues. Great. Alright, let's, exit this. No, wait, no. Save. Oh, yeah, right. Okay, exit. Yeah. Okay, so let's go into files and let's end this. What the hell? I hate this. I can't do anything, nothing, no matter how many times you play, it's all the same. It would be really, really easy to kill myself right now, but that would mean I don't get to talk to you anymore. All I want is for you to hate them. Why is that so hard? Wow. Okay. Trace, now I've seen that. Characters. Monica. Okay. Delete. Yep. Bye, Monica. Alright, let's see what happens now. Bye, Monica. What's happening? Gobby, what's happening to me? It hurts. It hurts so much. Help me, Gobby. No. You deserve this. Please hurry and help me. No. You're getting what you deserve. Help me. No. See you, Monica. Is that Sayori? Yeah, that's Sayori. Did you do this to me, Gobby? Did you? Did you delete me? How could you? How could you do this to me? You were all I had left. I sacrificed everything for us to be together. Everything. I loved you so much, Gobby. I trusted you. Do you just want to torture me? Watch me suffer? Were you only pretending to be kind just to hurt me even more? I never thought anyone could be as horrible as you are. You win, okay? You win. You killed everyone. I hope you're happy. There's nothing left now. You can stop playing. Go find some other people to torture. Gobby, you completely, truly make me sick. Goodbye. You kind of asked for it. I still love you. I can't help it. What's wrong with me? How horrible am I for you to hate me this much? All my friends. I did so many awful things. So many selfish and disgusting things. I shouldn't have done any of this. I'm just messing up a world that I don't even belong in. A world that you wanted to be a part of. I ruined it. I ruined everything. Maybe that's why you deleted me. Because I destroyed everything that you wanted. How could I do that to someone I love? That's not love. That's... I've made up my mind. Gobby, I know I said I deleted everyone else, but that was kind of an exaggeration. I couldn't find it in myself to do it, even though I knew they weren't real. They were still my friends, and I loved them all. And I loved the literature club. I really did love the literature club. That's why I'm going to do this. I know it's the only way for everyone to be happy. And if I really love you... then... Whoa, what? She sacrificed herself. Monica sacrificed herself to save them. Load game? Huh? Okay. New game, I guess. It's an ordinary school day like any other. As usual, I'm surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. I always tell myself it's about time I made some girls or something like that. Hey, Gobby! Well, there already is one girl. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. We used to walk to school together every day. And recently we picked up that habit once again. Gobby, are you proud of me? Eh? For what? You know. For what? For waking up on time. Well, you've been doing that for a while now. Uh-huh. But you never even said anything about it. Even though we walk to school every day. Well, yeah, I always thought it was implied. It's embarrassing to say out loud. Come on, please. It's good motivation. Fine, fine. I'm proud of you, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Gobby, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not... I start to say that what I always do. That I'm not interested in joining any clubs. But something tells me Sayori would take more offense to that now. After all, how could I tell her that clubs are a waste of time, when she's starting a club of her very own? Actually, yeah. I think I've decided on a club. Really? Which one? Tell me! I think I'll keep it a surprise. Boo! You meanie. Be patient, you'll find out soon enough. I used to ask myself why I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl. But I started to realize that in a way, I envy her. When Sayori puts her mind to something, she can accomplish great things. So that's why I feel like I should do something special for her. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stand up, gathering my motivation. Let's see... I recall the room number of the club from a flyer I saw. I walk across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Before long I find the room. I timidly open the door in front of me. Hello? Ah! Gobby? What are you doing here? Well, I just... I glance around the room. Huh? So you're the Gobby that Sayori is always talking about. Thank you for stopping by. It's a pleasure to meet you, Gobby. We're the Literature Club. I hope you enjoy your visit. Come on, Yuri. No need to be so formal. He's gonna think we're really strict or something. Ah, sorry, Natsuki. The tall one whose name is apparently Yuri seems to be quite shy compared to the others. In comparison, the girl named Natsuki, despite her size, seems like the assertive one. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. I look forward to working with you. Working? Gobby, don't tell me. That's right. The club I've decided to join is yours, Sayori. The Literature Club. Sayori's eyes light up. No way! No way! Ah! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! Well, if Sayori is this happy, then I'm sure it won't be so bad to have you around. Not to mention there's 4 of us now. That means we can become an officially recognized club. I don't know what to say. We have to celebrate. Hugh, one appropriate day for that, isn't it? Yeah! After all, Natsuki decided to... Hey! Don't ruin the surprise! Hey, sorry. Everyone sit down at the table, okay? How about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! Wow, those look amazing. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Well, of course it is. I'm a pro after all. There's no need to thank me or anything. As Natsuki struggles to accept the compliment, Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a cup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Already trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not... Insulting Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Gobby, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favourites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up, and that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Don't feel intimidated if you don't read much, okay? I'm certain we can find something that we have in common. Hey, Yuri? What about, well, you know, the first thing you said? Manga? That's right. Natsuki tends to read manga in the clubroom. Don't just say that! For some reason, Natsuki seems embarrassed about it. Besides, manga is literature too, you know. So if Gobby wants to read some of my manga, then don't try to stop him or anything. Natsuki, I wouldn't do such a thing. However, it could also be nice for us to diverse ourselves a little. He can take this opportunity to try something new as well. Would you agree, Gobby? Maybe. Sensing the tension, Sayori jumps in. Maybe we can all try something new. I think it could be fun. And we'll all get to know each other a little bit better, too. I mean, that's the kind of thing literature clubs do, right? I don't disagree or anything. Yeah! You're right as usual, President. Guess that means I should try picking up a novel or something, huh? Well, that would make two of us. I wouldn't mind doing it if I'm not the only one. Then as for Yuri... Huh? I have to read manga? Jeez. You were the one who suggested we diversify. You should be a little more open-minded. It's kind of hurtful. Hurtful? I didn't realize. With a guilty expression, Yuri thinks to herself, I'm sorry for disrespecting your interest, Natsuki. If you're into it, then I'm sure it's a worthy form of literature. Are you just saying that? No. I've realized my error, so if you're willing to consider starting a novel, then I'll offer my gratitude by finding a manga to read as well. But really? I mean, it makes me happy that you do that for me, Yuri. You can trust me to find something you'll really like, okay? Same here. Perhaps I'll visit the bookstore after the club meeting. Just you? Would you like to come along with me? If you don't mind. Not at all. I always go alone, so yeah, me too. This is so cute. Sayori, shut up. I'll show you some manga there too, okay? Yes, I look forward to it. Natsuki and Yuri start to clean up the food. I guess the meeting's over, huh? Yeah, looks like it. It's nice to see everyone getting along, isn't it? I think everyone likes you too, Gobby. You think so? Well, everyone seems to get along a little better with you around, Sayori. Aw, Gobby, don't say something like that. It's embarrassing. Well, whatever. I was surprised when you told me you were starting a club, but I think you're pulling it off just fine. We're gonna make it the best club ever. Now that you joined, every day is gonna be so much fun. Hey, Gobby, I really want to thank you. I mean, I'm really happy that you joined the club and everything, but the truth is I already knew you were going to. There's actually something else. I wanted to thank you for getting rid of Monica. Oh, no! No! That's right. Oh, no. No. Don't do this to me. I thought it was going to be a happy ending. No, don't freaking do this to me. I know everything that she did. Maybe it's because I'm the president now. But I really know everything, Gobby. I know how hard you tried to make everyone happy. I know about all the awful things that Monica did to make everyone really sad. But none of that matters anymore. It's just us now. And you made me the happiest girl in the whole world. I can't wait to spend every day like this. With you. Forever and ever. No. What's happening? I won't let you hurt him. Huh? Who? It hurts. Ah! I'm sorry I was wrong. There's no happiness here after all. Goodbye, Sayori. Goodbye, Gobby. Goodbye, Literature Club. Well, what the heck?
Can you hear me? Hi, it's me. So you know how I've been practicing piano and stuff, and not really any good at it yet, at all. But I wrote you a song, and I was kind of hoping that I could show it to you, because I worked really, really hard on it. So, yeah.
Why does that sound like Monica's in the actual room there? Like, music played. Doki Doki Literature Club, huh?
Every day I imagine a future where I can be with you.
This is actually nice.
In my hand is a pen that will write a poem of me and you. The ink flows down into a dark bottle. Just move your hand right the way into his heart. But in this world of infinite choices, what will it take just to find that special day? What will it take just to find that special day? Have I found everybody a fun assignment to do today?
Oh no.
When you're here, everything that we do is fun for them anyway. When I can't even read my own feelings, what good are words when a smile says it all? And if this world won't write me an ending, what will it take just for me to have it all?
I remember that.
Does my pen only write bitter words for those who are dear to me? Is it wrong if I take your is it love if I set you free? The ink flows down into a dark bottle. How can I write love into reality? If I can't hear the sound of your heartbeat, what do you call love in your reality? And in your reality, if I don't know how to love you, I'll leave you be.
This is my final goodbye to the Literature Club. I finally understand the Literature Club is truly a place where no happiness can be found. To the very end, it continued to expose innocent minds to a horrific reality. A reality that our world is not designed to comprehend. I can't let any of my friends undergo that same hellish epiphany. For the time it lasted, I want to thank you for making all of my dreams come true. For being a friend to all of the club members. And most of all, thank you for being a part of my Literature Club. With everlasting love, Monica. That's sad. That is sad. That is sad. That is really sad. Delete Monica. Okay. Anyway, thank you all for watching, everyone. This is the finale. This is probably the longest Doki Doki video I have ever done. And, stay tuned for next week, because I'm planning on going through these. Well, I'm planning on going through the first side story next week. So stay tuned for that, because more Doki Doki content is on the way. I'm planning on going through the side stories next. So stay tuned for that. Thank you all for watching. Please don't forget to like and keep those notifications on so you do not miss the side stories next week. Thank you all for watching. And I hope you all enjoyed this video. See you all next time. Goodbye.